Hello. Real quick, I'm going to pour some coffee. When you get started in film, one of the most difficult parts of it is knowing how much to charge. It's hard to know what you're worth, what your time is worth, where your skill level falls in comparison to other people, where your costs, expenses, taxes, all of that is going to land. And it's really hard to figure out and have those conversations with potential clients when you haven't really thought it through. So I wanted to go over a couple things today. I've been in Nashville in the film industry for about 4 years. I wanted to hopefully help out someone who was in the same boat as me not too long ago. We will go over the 3 main things that I think you should be aware of, which are time, skill, or knowledge, and expenses and taxes. Let's kick it off with the first one, time. So in my opinion, being aware of how much time something is going to take you is the single most valuable skill a filmmaker or business owner or freelancer can have. Big statement, I suppose, but for me, it shifted when I started thinking about things in how many days something might take me. Because a lot of the time in film, you charge by the day. It's called your day rate. And when I started realizing, if my day rate is this much for an on-set day, and I'm charging the same for an edit, but the edit takes me 4 days, I've missed out, hypothetically speaking, on 3 days worth of money. And that's really tough. That happens all the time to me because sometimes I'm still not great at judging my time. That being said, I think it's crucial that you start paying attention to how long something takes. Whether it's starting a timer when you sit down to edit, whether it's just, looking at the clock and looking at it when you're done, starting a note on your phone. There's a million ways you could do it, but start keeping track of how long things take you because it's very important and it's gonna make you a lot more money. That brings me to the next piece, which is skill or knowledge. Notice I didn't say talent. I think there are some people that it just clicks in their head, how things work, how things look, how things, whatever. Great, good for them. Skill level and knowledge are important. If you are 15 years into this and you have you've worked on everything and your IMDb credits are 18 pages long, you probably deserve to get paid a little more than me, who's been in it for 4 years. And if you just started and you have made your YouTube video and that's all you've made, that's a different skill level. It's not bad. I was there too. That person that has 18 pages on IMDb was too. But knowing where you're at in your journey and trying to get better and be on more sets, more shoots, more productions is going to help you learn. And this is very elusive. Take it as you will, but it is important to know where you're at in your journey. And in my opinion, the way that you find that is by working with other people and a lot of other people, working on more projects, and in general, just trying to learn from everyone around you. But I think talking to people about how much they make is crucial. And I think there's a lot of stigma around it. People don't like talking about money. I understand that. It is a little weird. It's a little uncomfy. But if you don't know how much something costs, if you don't know how much other people make, and you're out here charging 7 times that and you never are getting hired, or you're charging way under that and you're overworked, you got to figure out what's going on. And I think that comes with talking to other people and figuring out where you sit in that, and figuring out what the industry standards are. So that brings me to the end of that. Be humble, challenge yourself, and Go meet people, go talk to people, go watch videos, keep learning. The last one is expenses and taxes. This is probably the least fun because expenses and taxes are not fun. The unfortunate thing is they are required. You will have them. You have to have them in order to sustain yourself, whether it's having your own camera rig, your own microphones. And obviously, I don't have the best microphones on the planet. I don't have the best setup on the planet, but you're gonna have those expenses, whether it's insurance or subscriptions for like editing software, royalty-free music, whatever it is, you're gonna have expenses. You're also gonna have taxes on whatever you make. And I'm not gonna go into that because there's probably some other, more official channels that you could go look at that'll tell you a lot more and be more accurate. But for me, I save like 30% of everything that I make just because I want to cover my ass. I do not want to get to March of next year and realize, oh shit, I gotta come up with like 10 grand in taxes. Cause that sounds like a nightmare and I don't wanna do that. So figure out your taxes ahead of time, figure out your expenses, and set aside money ahead of time so that you don't have to panic later. Think about it when you charge too, right? Factor that in to your rate, your day rate, your weekly rate, whatever it is. So I'm gonna give you a bonus one because I thought about this earlier and I didn't have it in my notes, but I base what I choose and what I work on 3 things. And these 3 things apply to everything. And whatever the project is has to cover 2 of them. So it's how much I like the project. That's the first one. It's the most important one, I think. Is the project interesting? Do I like it? Do I want to be a part of it? The next one is, do I like the people? Do I like the person shooting it, the director, the actor, the producer, the crew, the company, whatever it is? Do I like them and do I want to work with them? And the third one is, does it pay well? Does it pay what I'm asking or more than what I'm asking? Is it realistic and make sense for me financially to do this project? Not every production is going to meet all 3 of these. Actually, very few of them are. For me, a project has to meet 2 of them, because if I am not getting paid well, but I love the people and the project, that's worth it. Because it'll be pretty, it'll be fun, it'll help me creatively. I will feel, excited about working on it. And that's great. If I don't really like the project, but I really like the person involved and they're gonna pay me what I asked, that's pretty cool. And I'm on board for that because it's still gonna be fun. Sometimes you luck out, you get all 3, great. But if it's only one thing, it's only gonna, be a person you like and you're gonna have to work for 12 hours and they're gonna pay you like shit. It might not be worth it, It just kind of depends. So that's kind of how I gauge things. That's how I think about things. And that's helped me a lot as a freelancer. Overall, freelancing is weird. It's messy. There's no rules. Everybody's just trying to figure it out and make cool shit. But with that, I want to open up the conversation a little bit, and I'll be honest with you. My day rates as a kind of camera operator, DP, editor are $500. That's my starting thing of like, this is how much I hope to make on any given project if I'm going to work for 8 hours, right? If I'm going to work for 4 hours, then it's $250. And that way I have a good great, this is how much I can make every day. And if I don't make that, then I'm missing out on a day that I could have made that. I don't make this every single day, but I do make it most of the time that I'm on set or editing for someone. I make something like $500 per 8 hours. Sometimes my timing is not correct and I mess it up and I end up working for a week instead of one day. That's really tough. I hate when I do that. Sometimes it sneaks up on me and I do it, full disclosure. But that's kind of where I'm at after 6 years of working in this and working at this. And I know people that get paid way better than me. I know people that make way less than me and they should be making as much as me or way more a lot of the time. I hope that gives you some insight and it helps you understand where you're at or how to frame something for yourself, how to have that kind of conversation, how to just learn more. Like, that's always my hope, is that like we're all collectively learning and creating and hopefully getting paid to do it, getting to do what we love for a living. So I hope this helps. But otherwise, if you have anything that you want to see, drop it in the comments. Leave a like, hit subscribe. You know the drill. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.